Hello there, everyone. We are joined today on the lunch day, yes, for Fairy Tales from the Rock, as well as six other wonderful fantasy titles at the Fantasy Spring Book Event. We're joined with W.H. Vigo, the author of Captured Land from Fairy Tales from the Rock. Hi, Vigo.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, anytime. We've gotten some wonderful feedback on your story so far, on Vigo's story, Captured Lands. A lot of people saying that it's one of the most literary short stories we've ever done, and we're really proud to have it in the collection. Vigo, can you tell us a little bit about this story, what led you to it, what inspired it, anything you can tell us about this lovely story?
Right, so the story, it was actually inspired by my grandmother's funeral in Jamaica.
Okay.
And this was several years ago. This was more than 10 years ago. And there actually was a family living in the cemetery. So we're burying my grandmother on one end, and on the other end, you had a woman with a small family and a baby. So it was inspired by that, and it was also inspired by some aspects of religious extremism in Jamaica.
Okay, and that's obviously that's really like heavy stuff kind of thing. So how does that link in? Those are real events kind of thing. How did you go about linking that into the more fairy tale side of it for the collection, either in your head or in the story? Because you do a really good job of making it very seamless, you know?
Yeah, thank you. And fairy tale is a really interesting feedback because the story is kind of based and really rooted a lot in Caribbean culture and stemming from our ancestral tribe in Africa, which are the Ashanti people of what's known as Ghana today. So, in our culture, everything is happening at the exact same time. Life, death, the spirit world, the living world, it's all kind of one. So, there isn't really this distinction per se in Western culture where things are very categorized and delineated. In Caribbean cultures and certain African cultures as well, it's all a part of life. There's no separation.
That's really cool. That mirrors a lot of the ways that I think about things. Like I'm very out of step with the culture I grew up in. I enjoy that a lot. That's like it got the back of my spine, hairs on the back of my neck kind of stood up when you said that. That's very cool. Excellent, excellent. Well, again, thank you so much for being in the collection. Is there anything you think people should know because they're watching this presumably before they come to the lunch and pick up the book? It's been available in a little bit, like we do when we do markets, but really the first time it's widely available will be tonight. Um, is there anything that people should know before they read it? Anything you'd like them to have in mind when they're reading it, or do you think they should just experience it cold? What do you think?
I think it's best if they just experience it cold. I wrote the story the way I did because I want to pull other readers into this world of, again, the spirit and the physical and psychological, all of that being one and happening at the same time. So I really want the readers to receive that full-bodied experience, and I hope they enjoy it.
Awesome. I'm sure they will. Everyone, we've had nothing but positive feedback so far. All right, I have a few very silly questions, just like get to know you icebreaker questions. I won't ask a lot, but if you like it, maybe we'll have you back on our radio show again soon or something like that, if that's okay.
That sounds like fun.
Perfect. Okay, they're really silly, and if you don't have an answer for any of them, that is fine. Okay. Um, so the first one is if you, Vigo, were going to be trapped on a desert island for the rest of your life, just you and three books. You could only bring three books with you to keep you company. What three books would you bring?
Ooh, so definitely Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Um, the next one, Delicious Foods by James Hanahan.
Okay. I haven't heard of
And
that one. I'll have to check that one out. That one, I love getting using this to get to be read lists.
oh yeah, it's a non-horror one, but it has horror aspects for sure. So I highly recommend that one as well. And
Awesome.
finally, Animal Farm by Orson Welles.
One of my favorites. Love it.
Or oh
Love it.
my gosh,
Yeah.
George Orwell. Can we edit that?
Yeah,
I always mix
absolutely.
them up.
No worries. No worries. So it'll go live in the video, but we'll do it for the radio show. So George Orwell's 1984.
Yes,
Okay, perfect. Or wait, George Orwell's Animal
Animal
Farm.
Farm.
See, now I'm messing it up.
They're
Now I'm messing it up. Yeah,
they're
no,
both awesome.
they are both awesome. Yes, absolutely. No problem. We all make that mistake. I swear. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Great. Okay, that's a really good. Yeah, I'm I'm trying to think about like taking Animal Farm, which has such like big things to say about society, like and like some of the dangers of society and the way that we in the, like we all live together. Trying to think about taking that on a desert island where I'm never going to be a part of society again and just hate reading it. Like, yeah, this is what I left behind. I don't like it. I like it on the island. Maybe it'd be good. Maybe it'd remind me that the island's a good spot to be.
That's exactly why I'd read it.
Yep.
For
Yep.
sure.
That makes a lot of sense. I love that you said Frankenstein. We're putting out an artist edition of Frankenstein with a local artist later. Hopefully next year. He's working on the images there now, but it's like, oh yes, gotta love the classics.
Oh yeah, for sure. And on my Instagram page at Vigo, I cover horror from around the world in different aspects. So I actually did a very short piece on Mary Shelley for Women's Horror Month, and
That's
I
awesome.
found out that she was a very staunch abolitionist. So I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Mary Shelley is I mean started a bunch of different genres like with this amazing work that she did. Yeah, crazy, amazing. Okay, other question. I don't know what your feelings are on magic and the supernatural and all this, but regardless of what they are, for the duration of this question, let's pretend magic is real. And you're walking through the forest one day and you find a magic user's spell. Like there's a cauldron or something like that. It's overflowing and something comes over you and you just pour all of your written work into it. Your Instagram feed, everything that you've ever written as WH Vigo, you pour into this cauldron. There's a big plume of smoke, and out comes an animal that's made of your work. What animal is that, WH Vigo?
Oh, it's definitely a platypus.
Platypus.
100% a platypus.
I love that answer. That's amazing. Okay, okay, I love that. That's yeah, gotta love the platypus, man. Platypus and echidna. These like wonderful weird evolutionary creatures.
Yeah, they're very like confounding and composed of different parts. They're also kind of dangerous, kind of cute. It's everything that I write.
Are platypi dangerous?
Yeah, they have like spurs. The males have spurs with venom. It can't
Okay.
kill you, but it hurts like hell.
Okay. I did not know that. That's awesome. Now why hasn't there been ninja platypi or something like that? Like we've had ninja turtles. Why not ninja platypi? It's horrible.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we should start a franchise then.
absolutely. Last one for this little mini get to know you second. Vigo, what is your favorite book that you can remember from childhood?
From childhood. I read pretty widely and I still do, but for horror, I would say Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark with a super close follow-up by the Goosebumps series.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, awesome. That's amazing. Okay, well, thank you so much, Vigo, for coming on. Everyone, check out Vigo's Instagram feed and all of their work. Follow them wherever you can find, but please check out their work in Captured Land or their work Captured Land in Fairy Tales from the Rock. It's really amazing. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming on.
thank you. Thank you for having me, Matt. Really appreciate it.
No problem.